So it's all happening, the big shifts, the big changes. And I just want to let you know that you're capable as well. Over the last 12 years, I've been on a journey to heal a long line of ancestral trauma that is fueled mostly by alcoholism. So I got sober. Surfing changed my entire life. It's the one place I feel really safe is in the ocean. And I came to a conclusion that if I had continued on the path that I was on, I wouldn't be able to surf. It got to that point. So I found this physical body and healed it. The spiritual body healed that one, reconnected with the kid that I was, and now the mind's healing. So hope you enjoy this film. It may trigger a lot of things in a lot of people, but it is what it is. So thank you very much, and keep up all the radical. He no longer bathes regularly because he has no shower facilities or goes for dental or medical care, and he has abandoned most of his friends and family. I no longer fight to have David try to live a normal life because I know he cannot. It is heartbreaking to make that statement. I fully support his application for Social Security disability insurance because I know and believe 100% that my son's mental illness will never ever allow him to fit into normal society, even if he had extensive counseling or medication. Counseling or medication. Counseling or medication. Counseling or medication. Okay, so I'm leaving the building that is determining or helping to determine if I'm crazy still or whatever. And man, they ask you these weird numbers and letter questions at the end, which I haven't figured out what that is. And then basically my mind just shuts off at that point, and I look outside and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing here? And I'm like, what is this society? Who are these people that are telling us if we're capable or not capable? And it basically triggers all this stuff, and then I can't focus, and then I just want to leave the room. And that kind of happened again. So, but the lady was super nice. She's very calm and gentle, which was cool. Sometimes I wonder, like, are they all flubbed out on medication? But I'm very grateful for the experience. I'll remember this for a very long time. And I'm glad it's over. And now off to grocery outlet. All right. David is genetically predisposed to mental illness. His father, as I said, has had problems. During our 23-year marriage, he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, and, when David was just an infant, with a major depressive episode. David's paternal grandmother was one of 11 children. Early in my marriage, she informed me, when I asked about her siblings, because I'd only met 3 of the 11, that 3 of them are in mental hospitals forever, 3 are permanently in jail for being crazy, and the others just disappeared. His father, paternal grandmother, and paternal grandfather are alcoholics. David has at times used alcohol as a coping mechanism for his mental illness. Fortunately, he has now stopped drinking alcohol altogether. Also, I have suffered from time to time with clinical depression and have taken medication for the illnesses several different times. There's a saying that goes, a koi fish only knows the pond that it's in. It's its whole world. But once it's been pulled out of that pond, it can see everything. In my early 20s, I found myself in the same situation as the pattern I'd grown up in. The idea was to step in front of a train and kill myself. And you can see, I was poisoned. After surviving those demons and a year on East Hastings, I got this tattoo to remind me I never wanted to feel that way ever again. About to fall over. Okay, I'm coming. Here, just hold the camera like this right here, then just get my hands. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready to see what it looks like?
You didn't do the top of the E or anything.
Yeah, punk rock.
Oh. Yes, I'm ready to see.
There you go, there's your shirt.
Beautiful.
Convenience kills. Thanks, Mom. That was a valiant effort. Okay, so I'm not in paddle shape, I'm realizing, being on the smaller board, but that's okay. I just surfed away. Pretty rickety, but that was huge. And the journey begins. And the journey begins. This right here is a letter, well, an email that I sent to my sister and my mom in 2007. It was used to get me on disability. This is when you start to feel like a superhero. And you're like, watch the fear disappear. Watch the fear disappear. Watch the fear disappear. June 16th, 2007, 6:21 p.m. It all feels like quicksand, and I watch my manufactured feet seek like cinder blocks. I grasp for branches or anything to hold on to, but this fertile land was more interested in parking lots. Not trees. It only created shrubbery next to the shopping cart drop-off, and my fragile body is not too fast on its feet these days. I watch a plane fly above me, filled with business class listening to headphones. I yell for help, but the plane seems as far away as Minnesota. Possibly as far away as a day filled with happiness, or maybe even a hero or someone to look up to. And I sink without one single thing in my life feeling real, except for the time and the hour hand on the clock. It's lonely here. I feel like the concrete on a worn down freeway. Tired of routine morning traffic, covered in litter and weak. Who cares if we have an earthquake? I've been waiting to crumble my whole constructed life. At least it's a change of pace and the morning commute will cease driving over me. And maybe people will start walking. I used to go on walks, but these days I struggle with opening my front door, let alone shopping. I watch llamas make love on the Discovery Channel and wonder why my heart can be so broken. They just move on, faint, and drink their own piss. I have mood swings and sit alone for months. Puke sounds like a 5-course meal at a 4-star restaurant. I won't even ask for water. My recycled tears should provide some kind of hydration. And I feel like this every last day. I ponder the feeling of blood dripping down my wrists into the deep end of the bathtub, but I'm too tired to even search for razor blades. One day I almost searched for answers, but the cars never stopped coming. The light stayed green and I couldn't even cross the crosswalk to begin my search. So I went home. And I feel like it isn't my problem anymore. I feel like the world is too much for me. I've given up on karma, my father, education, money, the state, technology, dreams, love, media, and nearly every last person I've known through this pair of eyes. I struggle with everything at this point. I can't function on a daily basis anymore. And this is what they call depression. I'd trade any manufactured material thing I own for a day with innocence back. For one long minute without a single thought about the past or the future. 1 minute alive. But that call never comes. My life is all covered with my codependence and knack for making everyone else around me comfortable. When I'm nervous, I use sarcasm to get through the situation. I'm amazing, I'm funny, I'm genuine, true, emotional, original. I'm the best puppet I've ever known. It all feels like snow clothes. I was taught to fight the cold weather with jackets, but nobody ever showed me how to stop. I'm lost somewhere under the layers, and the sad part is all the zippers broke. And I sit here in the sunshine. Who honestly could be happy in the sunshine with 6 layers of winter clothes on? No one stops to ask if you even need help. They just walk past and tell their loved ones when they get home they saw a man sitting in the sun on a bench in layers of snow gear. And I boil inside all of these layers. Each layer with a logo on so my corporate sponsorship gets a cut. And my pockets are empty. This is a day in the life. And the photo and the framed images of the past are barely enough these days to keep me standing. The crossing of postal codes and the tally of mile markers can't get me through this anymore. And in all honesty, I'd be happy if the light at the end of the tunnel just left me alone. I'm tired and I'd like some peace and quiet. And maybe one day I'll wake from this slumber and I'll find something in myself that's worth living for. But until that day, I can overcome the way that others treat each other, greed, how emotional sex can be, and if I forget about the bottom lines and find one thing in myself that will drive me away from this fucked up life I've faked for all these years. And if these eyes I've led myself blind with see once again, then I guess I'd be okay. But today, I can't even get out of my filthy bedroom. And did I mention that my mind is tired? And that's what's going on in my life. David. Alright, so I'm all set up in the hobo hut. Check it. Got the Surftron. I actually surfed pretty pumping sunset on that. There were some bombs. I got my saltwater clothes drying out. The Waltron tent. This thing was $29, I think. Got my firewood from my buddy Bart. This is my refrigerator. Peanut butter, bananas. This is all the Gotron Pro stuff. My chicken friends are laying eggs back there. Good. So you get these monsoon things that come through, which is absolutely awesome for me. I got so sunburned today. So to chill in the tent is gonna be great. I'm gonna make some food. I'll let the kids all play with the GoPro. Transition to like giving love to future generations and letting them know that like they're fully capable and just let them be them and do their thing. And because you're gonna learn more from kids than you're gonna learn from like uptight adults. I'm realizing that from the issues I've been having with my family for this entire go. So it's really neat to be around some people that are like thriving and sober, you know what I mean? I never thought I'd ever even talk about this kind of stuff, but it's getting to be pretty rap chicken friendly. It's a rooster. Taught myself breath work. You hit the button. You can do anything. I'm a land bear now. I had a mentor in my life. I had a painting on the wall. Picture frames are hanging as crooked as they fall. And I'm not sure all the patterns are the same, but it broadcasts through that broken TV. Broadcast through as broken dreams. crushing those pattern happenings, frequencies, targets through the radio, happenings in the broadcast and it's happenings. And that's where it all shifted. It's where I'm not lying to myself anymore. I'm holding myself accountable for each action. I understand that I create a lot of actions that cause pretty crazy reactions, but that's where it's all being discovered inside myself. So I'm learning now not to react, and what I need to do is take a breath, listen, and understand if it's even worth replying to. This is what surfing's about, right here. Is passing it down to your friends and creating a positive environment for people to be in. Yeah, Dr. Wall! Open heart, I say, let us play. Let us remember that we are forever the ever foreverness. Let us find joy in the enjoyment that is. For we are the dance. We are riding the vibration of the miracle. And for the gatekeepers, the souls who have sold their soul to the Negatroid, we ask you to move aside. For this is our dream, the individuals of the collective. Ones who stand tall and bright and shine with an open heart. For we are forever riding the vibration of an ever-happening divine manifestation that is the miracle that we are.
Well, I'm gonna tell a little story about the way things used to be, about my old man and my mama and their generation's dreams, when this city was still gritty and still blanketed with trees, and my old man at the shipyard's mama staying on with me, had to move out of this city anyway to make ends meet. Then along came my sister, drink the drink, American dream. Never told her, said the money for the day that they retire, but that present moment disappeared. All the pressures of the normal finally broke my daddy down, and we watched our family start crumbling, whiskey we'd all drown. And it's all the same old story anywhere the system's flawed. If you cannot fix yourself, there ain't no help to pray to God. So my daddy packed his bags and we all went our separate ways. Now he's nearing his retirement, for my mom can't say the same. She's been changing grandpa's diapers, giving all the love she can. While that system's still flawed, it never took care of that man. And how do you think you can watch all your garden grow when it's dry? And how do you think you can dream if there ain't no air up inside? When all of it was a taken away from his own native land? I don't know. See, my grandpa is a veteran, worked at Boeing 40 years, and his pension ain't enough for nothing. Dementia, there's no cure. My advice to all you people is there really is no right in a system where the rich get rich and the poor they lose their lives. But beneath all of that's going where the Mormon people live. They weren't meant for 40 hours a week, they're only meant to give. For all them taking people, it's just fun to let you be. Well, just take a breath of the present moment and all of its beauty.
Oh my gosh. Going back to Dad.
Okay, so I made it. I'm in a car that I just started with a button. Never been in this fancy of a car. So I don't even know. I didn't get the insurance, which is like what they say not to do, but I'm kind of running on not much money, so I gotta watch that. I guess I could call them maybe and get insurance if I have to. I don't know. I'm in Hawaii. It's warm. Whew. I'm just gonna sleep in the car tonight. Oh God. Yeah, okay.